Everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're working with ISO 2022 message, you know how complex they can be. But what if I told you there are tools that make handling these messages seamless? In this video, I'll walk you through some key ISO 2022 libraries with a deep dive into ngx-iso-form, a game changer for building ISO 2022 UI forms in Angular. Let's get started. So I have built multiple tools to simplify ISO 2000 processing. We are not going into the deep, but I just showcase which all libraries are there. So for .NET libraries, you can see ISO 2022.parser, which is meant to pass the XML messages. ISO 2022 XSD, which is used to convert any XSD to the JSON format, which we're going to see shortly, and ISO 2002.suite, which use this ISO 2022.parser and XSD in one. And this is message services, which is Windows services used to upload, download using Kafka, IBM MQ, and RabbitMQ. Okay. Now, if you're Node developers, then use Node libraries. Then you can see XSD JSON converter and this ISO 2022. This ISO 2022 is useful when you have the output from the ngx-iso form, and that JSON we can convert into the valid XML messages. Okay. Now let's go to the UI libraries. So we have Angular as well as React libraries. So ngx-iso form we are going to see shortly. This is ngx XML messages. This is Angular library, which is used to just showcase any read-only form using the XML messages. And here are the React libraries, which says React XSD tree, means you can use the same XSD to generate a tree structure. Now this is XML UI, which is quite similar to ngx XML message, but it is using React. Now for the demo, we are going to see ngx form, XSD to JSON, and full demo, where we can see how your XSD to XML messages get generated. Okay, so let's start with ngx-iso form. So you can see by default paint 001 message has been selected, and this UI is totally generated using ngx-iso form. You can see on your left that we have the standard messages from the ISO 2022. Now, before we go ahead and see how this UI gets generated, I'll showcase what you need to do first. So to generate this UI, we require a JSON structure from the XSD because it is quite hard to pass this XSD in the UI. So what we have to do, we first need to go to XSD to JSON. You can use either .NET library or near Node XSD JSON converter to convert those XSD to JSON. For the demo, I'm using .NET library XSD ISO 2022.xsd. So let's upload the XSD. I'm going into XSD and I'm uploading. So you can see it is processing. Let it get processed. Okay, so it is processed now. You can see this is the JSON structure which it generates. It simplifies each and every element from the XSD. You can see document is there. It has elements into it. It's another element in it. It is group header, and the group header has a message ID. You can see name, data type, how many occurrence it has, how many max occurrence it has, what is the minimum length, what is maximum length, and if it has pattern, it will showcase you the pattern as well. So here's a date time, so you can see the date time as well. So this is how it simplifies your complex XSD into simply JSON. Okay, so now using this JSON, what you have to do, you have to give it to the ngx-iso form, so it generates this beautiful X, beautiful Angular form. Okay, now suppose you want to fill this. Okay, if you want to generate from the scratch, you can start filling this form, but suppose you have some Excel message and you want to start from there. So for demo, what we can do is we give them the XML message so it can easily fill. So I have a message, so you can see it fills. So all the data has been filled, so you don't need to do any other work. Just give just convert this XSD into JSON format, give it as an input, and give the XML as an input, and it fill the data. Okay, so this how it get feel. Now before going through other things, let's understand what's the structure of this. So you can see it is marked required as mark as a star. So this all are compulsory one. Okay, now you can see few sections are open and few sections like this one is closed. Why? Because this is required section designed through XSD. Means the XSD says this section has to be there. Okay, because if you see this one init pty, okay, then this should be a minimum occurrence one. Means this section should be there, at least one data from this section should be there. So that what it means. Okay, so it take care of every required things which is required for the ISO 2022. Now before going ahead, let's go to full demo. Okay, so we can see how we can generate the messages, okay, from this XSD. So I have gone through this full demo. By default, pane 001 is uploaded with the data. Now I'm just doing the next. So what it do? That ngx-iso-form generate this JSON for us. So you can see all the data what have we have filled is here. Now we do next, and then it pass to JSON and generate a beautiful XML for us. Now to generate this XML, you require .NET library like 2022.suite. Else you require Node.js library ISO 2022. So if you click to respective uh, links from the menu, it will take you to the what is the steps and all. We are not going into that deep for now, but it's just for your information what you can do. So this is your validated messages. Now suppose I say it's compulsory, right? So if you go, it directly give you that it's a required validation failed. So I can do this. Okay. Now let's go and check what all support it has. Okay. So let's go to the ngx-iso form. So you can see the features: automatic form generation, easy to extend with custom field types, support ISO 2022 schemas, validation is also support like required, pattern, minimum length, max length, which we have just seen, support translation and labels, right? So you can see like you can give the translations like this. So it is ISO. So this is a path you have to give. So everything translation should come under ISO. So you can see this bank statement, bank to customer statement, label as bank to customer statement, group header as label as a group header, document bank statement group header create date time has given as a create date time like this. So we can see all those like that. So if I go over here, see you can see customer the credit initiation group header like this. Suppose I went here, you can see what have you. If I have not given, it is showcase like this only. If I can give, then it shows like group header, customer to credit transformation initiation. So this really helps you to design your forms. Okay, and all the documentation is given over here, so you can go through the documentation and it will really help you out. Okay, and for the .NET libraries like this XSD, you can see the documentations over here. For suite, you can see the documentation over here. See, this is how to convert XSD. So you can see this is this there. Now convert JSON to the messages and validate. So you can see the ISO, the JSON generated from the ngx ISO form is over here. You can give this form JSON, or you can give any other JSON like what we have generated to this, and it will generate beautiful Excel message to you. And similar with the ISO 2022, you can see how it will do for you. And the JSON converter, it also has a beautiful documentation over here. So if you're building ISO 2022 based application, I believe ngx ISO form and other tools is must have. Check out the links in the descriptions for installation or visit my site iso2022.in for the documentation, installations, and any other things required. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more content like this. See you in the next video. Bye from now.